And what did you end your first year working with us?
$4.8 million in revenue.
So that's a 5x in 12 months.
But the best part, we actually was able to 10x our revenue because in January next year, we did $400K in revenue. So it's 10x from the 47,000.
So now you're going year.
My name is Igor. I'm from Belarus originally, but now I live in Florida. And I have AV production company. And I met Brandon a couple years ago at the same business bootcamp. And then from that day, like my life have changed.
So when he came, he was doing about $90,000 a month in revenue. And had you ever exceeded $1 million a year?
We was like 1.2
Okay, 1.2-ish.
before we came.
You came like in what, December, November?
January actually 6, I believe.
Okay, so
that's
at the beginning of January, and I'll never forget him because he came in, he says, I only have $1 million business, and January is out of season, and it's always my worst month, and I'm nervous. I had to scrape together money to come to the 360.
Yeah, so I mean, I used credit card, and then we had like fast conversation with my partner, and we jumped in. And then January 6th, we came with a lot of questions.
And what I told him is, I said, look, here's the thing. I'm going to show you exactly how to get your money back. I'm going to show you exactly how to set targets and how to hit targets. And you need to track it. You need to pay attention to it. This is something we teach when we're there. So he went through the process. What was the single biggest revenue month you'd ever had in the history of your business before coming to that event?
It was like $120,000.
And how did you do the month of January after you came?
So the January when we came was $47,000.
So it was the worst month of the year.
Yes, that January is usually like the worst months of the year. And
do you have your little phone?
Yes, I do.
So I just want you guys, remember the biggest month he ever had in the history of the business was $120,000. When he came to us, he just ended the year at 1.2 million. And he did 50 grand in January, went through the 10X 360, and then February came around. So what did you do in February?
So in the February, we did $336,000 in revenue. Like the first $336,000 in February. And then this was our biggest months, and then our best target was 500K in revenue. But if we would double, that would be great. And we were able to double it like this the next months.
So what we do is we teach you how to set your targets because you all set them wrong, so it keeps your belief low. So you did $330,000 your first month after the 10X 360. That was February.
Yeah. So then we took another course. So then we jump into financial essential, and then this
So why did you jump into finance essentials?
We saw a lot of value in 360. We realized like I want more stuff. So I want to know more. And then financials that's where we see like we need to improve ourselves. And then we went to financial essentials. We looked at our books. We realized we have a lot of problems. And that helped us to scale the next months.
So then what did you do in March?
So in March, we were able to stick with $330,000, April 336. And then May 316, so we were able to prove actually that we can hold this revenue, so it was not like random stuff.
And now you had a new problem, which
new problem is people, finances. So we started to look at like where should we spend money, and we took people essential course to prepare like for hiring because when we came to your program we had only 2 employees, but then we saw like we have more events and we started to like we needed to learn about people.
So you get it, right? He comes to the 360, he's doing 100 grand a month, boom, 330. He's like, shit, I'm making all this money, but I don't know what to do with it and I can't track it. So he came to Finance Essentials. We showed him exactly how to structure the business finance. And then 3 months in a row, over 300 grand, he's like, oh, now I got to hire people. So he came to people, see, it's a system. You guys get that it's a system, right? So then you hire more people. Then what happens in April or May?
We have June, and it's been 6 months after the program, so we hit $464,000 in revenue.
So added another 100 grand. That was June. Now what happened? July, August, September?
So in July, we're at 300K, so we went a little bit down. And then August, we $535,000 in revenue. And that's actually like for us was something unbelievable. Like we didn't believe that it's gonna happen so fast. But we had a lot of questions in mind, like how we should hire, what we should say. Like all of those questions help us to not think, but actually take action and do stuff. And that's for me, like before I came to your event, I had a lot of questions. Now I know like exactly what I need to do like next year, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now.
Okay, so let's keep going because I like the story. So you hit a peak, an all-time high ever.
Yeah, so we started to take other courses. You guys have leadership course. It talks about duplication, how to multiply your people, and that's actually like what we needed. And
So you did that in what month?
this was before, it was somewhere in the summer.
Yep.
And then September we did $422,000. And then October we did $874,000 in revenue.
And what
And
do you
we
end-
were prepared for these months, so we had enough people. We were able to complete all the jobs.
And what did you end your first year working with us?
$4.8 million in revenue.
So that's a 5x in 12 months.
But the best part, we actually was able to 10x our revenue because in January next year we did 400K in revenue. So it's 10x from the
so now you're
47,000.
going year over year, right? So you keep the momentum. What did you end up doing? What did you end up?
23.
Yeah.
So this year we did 6.3 million.
So they grew to almost 5, kept it going to 6.3, and based on all the contracts and commitments you have for this year, what do you think you'll do this year?
So this year we aiming for $15 million.
15 million. This game of building a business is 100% about confidence.